What's up, y'all? It's your girl Elle Jai, and I'm here with Black Currency Media Group. Let's get it.
Elle Jai.
Said I'm in love with another man.
Tell him, Elle.
I love someone else. I love someone else.
Alrighty, LJ, what's going on?
What's do? What's up?
What's going on, man? Nothing, man. Listen, this music been putting out, it's crazy, right?
Yes.
It's crazy, man. Look, let's go ahead and jump straight into it. So, where'd you get the name LJ from?
So my original government name is Lakin Jonathan. Nobody can ever pronounce it. So my initials are LJ, and I put a little razzle dazzle on it and made it fancy because that's what I do.
Okay. And was this prior to when you found yourself in the music, or was it before?
After.
It was
Actually, after I started getting shows and the announcers and the promoters and the crowd, nobody could remember it. I figured it was time for an adjustment.
Okay, so for the people out there that don't know, just go ahead and tell the people where you're from.
I'm originally Mississippi bred, cornbread fed,
Hey.
and I currently reside in Alabama at the moment.
Okay. And how long you been in Mississippi?
I've been in Mississippi my entire life.
Entire life?
My entire life.
And when did you move to Alabama?
Last year,
Okay.
actually. So I've only been, just made a year in May. So I've only been in Alabama a year now.
So how you like Alabama?
I plead the fifth.
Okay. No problem. Lots of love to Alabama, right? Yeah, so...
I will say they have been very supportive of the movement, so I rock with them. I do rock with them.
That's what's up. You Roll Tide fan?
I don't know nothing about it. I ain't gonna even lie to you. I heard that they are very good. So y'all continue to do whatever y'all are doing.
Okay, so just to jump into this music, man. So when did you start the music?
You mean like when did I start singing?
Yeah, when exactly did you start singing? I'm sorry if I rephrase that.
Oh, no problem. To be honest, I didn't start singing until my early 20s. I did not sing as a kid. Did not know I could sing. Was in high school. My one of my cousins and one of my music teachers, they basically took me under their wing and honed the craft. And once I got older and got my first paid show, once you get paid for it, you're official.
Right.
And I've been doing it ever since.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Everybody needs to get paid for it, man. So
Right.
You got to be official. So if I rather say right, what brought you or led you to the music? Or what exactly told you that this was it?
The first time I did a paid show, crowd, felt the energy from the crowd, a lot of great feedback, where people came to me personally and let me know what my show or my music did for them personally, and I knew that there was a purpose in it for me.
Okay, so to the people out there that don't know, your genre is
A hybrid. I do it all. I want to do it all. Seriously.
That's it. The stars the limit.
Yes.
Okay, so look, R&B is often claimed to be not the same anymore. How do you keep your sound soulful and meaningful?
Being real. Not being, I think a lot of the music now comes with a gimmick. Not making music now is more business than relatability or realistic. And I just want to keep it real. Just being myself.
Okay.
Being unapologetically myself.
Right.
And I feel like what comes from the heart reaches the heart. So as long as people rocking with it, they like it, I love it.
Right. So, I mean, do you think that it's harder? What is some challenges you face, being a woman in the industry? that you're
You name it. You name it. You do have to grind twice as hard. You do have to, in a sense, you as even as a woman, you gotta have some big balls in this game. Just being honest.
right?
You're gonna have to take some L's. You're gonna have to make some sacrifices. However, I do feel like humility is key.
Right.
Regardless, grinding and humility, you can go. Long as you continue working and staying humble, I honestly think it's limitless to what you're able to do.
Right.
But yeah, it's gonna be hard.
Okay. So like you gained a fan base pretty quickly, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you know you have people that are actually inspired by your work, right? What would you tell those that's trying to be, you know, in your shoes where you are now? To you know, in that aspect of the music industry.
To be honest, it sounds really cliche, but allow your steps to be ordered. Seriously. You can jump in, dive in head first, and spend 40 years in the wilderness when it only can take 3 days.
Right.
So I honestly feel like it's not for everybody. It's not meant for everybody, and at the end of the day, this industry is a business first. So do your research and make sure it's what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And if so, if it's for you, it's for you. If it's not, then that's just what it is.
Right. It's facts. It's facts. Okay. And you know, being an R&B and artist, how do you feel your musical path differs from any other genre?
Because I do multiple genres, I have to relate to a lot of different crowds.
Right.
If you're in one lane and you're just doing R&B, you get comfortable in a niche,
Mm-hmm.
and I kind of can't do that. I kind of have to stay flexible, make sure my I's are dotted, my T's are crossed, and make sure to feel the crowd in whatever venue and whatever genre, and just make sure to stay on top of everything, every genre, all of the moves, all of the trends, and make sure that I have to be able to adjust really quickly and swiftly.
Okay. All right. So you have other talents and businesses such as acting, modeling, and you know your Southern Elle apparel.
Mm-hmm.
What inspired your apparel, and have you always been into other avenues of art?
Actually, what inspired the apparel? I was doing shows, and a friend of mine had some gear made for me, and when I did shows, people were requesting it.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, I experienced a loss recently,
Mm-hmm.
and needing to make another stream of income for the future is kind of what inspired me to learn the business side of it,
Right.
to turn it into a business. Just without going into detail, but that's basically the gist of it. I did it for kind of for personal reasons.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry for your loss, also.
Thank you.
Just want.
But yeah, and I just noticed it was it fit. People have been requesting it, so I haven't been on it like I should, but I think it's gonna be dope.
Definitely. You know what you have now is already crazy.
Right.
Okay, so look, you recently released Southern Soul. How important is it to you to highlight the South in your music?
Very important. I think the South is slept on a lot. There is a lot of good talent in the South.
That's it.
Everybody likes to talk about us being country and whatever, but at the end of the day, y'all rock with us. Y'all rock with that grit, that grime that comes from that southern that southern drawl, that the southern experience.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all rock with it, so I think it's important to put it out there, keep it going, and get the recognition that it deserves.
Okay. All right. So you just released the project.
Mm-hmm.
All right. How do you think your sound affects the industry that you're in, or the talent around you? What kind of effect do you feel that has?
It shouldn't. I'm in my lane, and I rock. I do well in my lane. I'm not trying to be like anybody. I honestly feel like I don't want what anybody else has, and they can't get what I have. So I honestly just try to stand tall in my own lane.
Awesome, awesome. Okay. So, you've been performing a lot this month, right?
Yes.
You've been touring, you've been going crazy. I'm talking
Team No Sleep.
Team No Sleep. For
Yes.
real. Okay, so how do you take care of your voice in between shows?
It's a whole process. I'm serious. It's the week before, there's a lot of vocal rest, no fussing, no screaming. A lot of the extracurricular activities, can't really go party and have drinks. There's a lot of things I can't eat, I can't drink. Rest is mandatory, and it's a whole what do you call it?
Regimen.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. On top of being a businesswoman and an artist, you're a mother.
Mhm.
How is it balancing parenting and your art, the pursuit of art?
Actually, my kids are like when it comes to what stresses me about the business, my kids are at the bottom of the list. They have been wonderful supporters from day one. I greatly appreciate their maturity and their support, because honestly, if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't be able to do what I'm able to do. I'm going a lot, and they understand, they appreciate it. They even give me feedback on my music.
Mm-hmm.
We were on the road this past weekend, and we were playing my music. They were singing it. So honestly, out of all of the roles that I played, motherhood is one of the easiest right now. It is one of the easiest.
Definitely. All right, so let's jump into it. Like, what's in Elle Jai's playlist? Who's inspiring Elle Jai?
Jasmine Sullivan, Shaka, Whitney, Miranda Curtis, Tim Rogers, BJ Chicago Kid, The Internet, Shania Twain, Chris Tomlin, Hillsong, Bethel. Literally, it's a little bit Journey. It's a little bit of everything. White and black, all genres, rock, pop, country, soul, blues, Christian, Canton Jones.
Right.
It's Pop Smoke. It's a little bit of everything. Like it just depends on the mood at that moment. But because I do so much and I like to stay on top of things, literally I turn on Pandora and put on shuffle, and there's a lot of stations, and it's gonna go through them all, like on a day-to-day.
All right, look, if you had to, who's your top three? I'll give it top five. I'll give you top five.
Okay. Jasmine Sullivan, Miranda Curtis Willis, Whitney Houston. Who would be the last two? I've kind of gotten into Anita Baker lately. And I would probably say Shaka.
Hey, shout out to that top five.
Shaka, yeah.
Okay, that's it. Okay,
The Untouchables.
Definitely. That's a crazy list, though. That's a crazy
Yeah, because those are the ones, like, when you go to karaoke, you don't cover them. You don't touch them. If you do, you have to exceed their talent. You have to meet it or exceed it. So there, I can only hope to be that great one day. So it's mad respect. Definitely.
Yeah. Definitely a lot of mad respect. Okay, and for the other music, people in the music game, other artists, producers, who do you look forward to working with in the future?
I really don't know yet. I'm still figuring out, because I'm gonna be honest. In the blues genre, they kind of have a lane all their own, and it seems like I kind of created a different lane. So I'm still trying to figure out where I would fit in, and if I think it would be like a mix or a mesh of genres. Like, it'll be dope collaborations,
Right.
but just trying to figure out who would be willing to take the risk and try it? Like,
Right.
I'm open to it all.
Right.
But off the top of my head, I just don't have. And I'm gonna be honest, I used to have a list, but I've been privileged enough to either be in their presence or get the opportunity to meet them or open up for them or, you know, sing with them. And now I'm just kind of like, we'll see. So.
Okay. Definitely, that's it right there. All right. What advice do you have for upcoming R&B? What other advice do you have for upcoming R&B artists or artists that's trying to create their own lane, such as?
Do your thing. If you making, it's a pandemic. If they paying you, get it.
Oh yeah, it's a
Get out there and get it. Like nowadays you can be a famous DJ on Facebook Live and not even leave your house.
All right.
Like invest in it, do it, go big or go home. And literally you can go big at home. So no excuses.
Okay.
Team, no excuse.
All right. What's some upcoming projects we should be expecting from Elle Jai?
I have 2 movies coming up. I'm about to perform at BB King's on April 22nd. I'm looking for any and everybody to show up. It's gonna be super dope. There's literally so many dates on my calendar. I think I'm booked up. I have dates in October already. We were just sitting down trying to schedule or look at dates and what I have so far. And I'm just trying to I'm gonna have to schedule naps.
Right.
At this point,
Right.
and lunches. So literally, I really appreciate the love and exposure. Getting bookings out of the works. I mean, pretty much the week, not even just the weekend. That's what's so crazy. It's like during the weekday.
Right.
I just came off the road from doing a Wednesday through Friday show. So, like, I'm honored. I'm grateful to be as busy, but I plan on being booked and busy all 2021 and 22.
Hey, you gotta manifest it. It's definitely coming up for sure. It's coming.
Oh yeah, and 2 magazine features coming out. So
Yeah, we gotta get a copy of that magazine.
yeah, trying to do it all. I'm telling you, I plan on taking over the world.
That's it then. Hey, that's the
One
game
genre
plan.
at a time.
Well, look, we definitely appreciate you here at Black Currency for coming through. We really appreciate your time.
Thank you so much for having me.
No problem, man. We really appreciate you. So we have one final question, man. How would you want to be remembered, Elle Jai?
I don't know. That's a good question. You have to come to a show to find out.
I like that answer.
Yeah.
I like that answer.
I promise you will definitely, if you come to a show and get the Southern Elle experience, I think everyone will be able to answer that question.
That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Go ahead and tell the people where they can follow you, Elle Jai.
So it's Elle Jai, ELLEJAI on all social media platforms, and Elle Jai Official on Instagram. The EP is available on Spotify, all music platforms, as well as YouTube. Go cop it. You will not be disappointed. If you don't like it, don't tell nobody.
Alright. That's Elle Jai and we out.